Hello, student. Yeah, so last class we started with octal number system and we learned how to write numbers in an octal number system. Today we will jump into conversion of into octal number system and from octal number system. Octal number system. The base of this number system is 8 and it requires 8 digits from 0 to 7. 3 binary digits, that is 2 raised to 3, gives us 8. The 3 binary digits are sufficient to represent any octal number. This is an example. Okay. So today we will learn if I have a number, how do I convert that number to an octal number system. So let's take the number as 500. For example, how will I denote this in an octal number system? So in a decimal, from decimal to octal, you always have to divide it by 8. You always have to divide it by 8. So let's say so 8. 8 ones are 500. So if I say 50, this is division. So 8 sevens are 8 fives are 45. 5 carried again 50. So 8 again fives are 45 and 5 will be the remainder. Doing it again with 8. Okay, I'm sorry, it was going wrong. So let's say I have 500 and I have to divide it by 8. So 8 fives are 40 and 8 six are 48. So I will take 6. 6 are 48, over I'll have 2. 8 twos are 16. So 16, 20. So I'll have a carry forward of 4. Okay. Go ahead. 8 ones are 8. It won't happen ones are. So I will have to take again 6 are 48. No. 8 6 are 8 8s are. So I'll take 8 sevens are 56. 8 sevens are 56. So I will have carry forward as, so carry forward will be 6. Now I will have, I cannot do anything because the number is lower than 8. So 8 ones are 8 also won't work. So we will leave this the way it is. Okay. And just like we used to do in the binary number system, from bottom to up. So the answer will be 764 base 8 equals to 500 base 10. Okay, is this clear? Okay, we'll take one more example. Okay, let's take one more example. Let's take the number 1, 0, 2. 8 twos are 8 ones are 8. 2 carry 22. 8 twos are 16. 8 threes are 24. 2s are 16. 74. 8 is 8 nines are 72. So the carry forward will be 2. 8, 8, 1s are 8, you are 49, 6 are 48, carry forward is 1, 8, 2s are 16, carry forward is 0. So the answer is 2, 0, 1, 2. Don't forget to put the base. So 1024 in decimal will give us 2012 in octal. Yes? Have we understood this? Okay. So let me give you all a few numbers and why don't you all convert it and we will check it right now. Okay? Chalo. Convert the number 2048. Also convert the number 169. Convert the number 777. Okay, convert these three numbers from decimal to octal. I will give out the answers in next 1 minute. So I want you all to pause the video, solve it, and then check your answer. Okay, there was an error in when I did 1024. My answer was wrong. If you all have been able to correct the answer, 2000 was the correct answer in 1024. Okay. These are the answers. 2048 becomes 4000. 169 will become 251. And 777 becomes 1411. Okay. All right. Okay. So now what if we had to do reverse? If I gave you a number in octal and asked you to change it to decimal, how would we do that? Let's say my octal number is 500. I'm talking of 500 in octal number system, okay? And I want to convert this to decimal number system. So what we do, if you remember, 0, 1, 2. So this one will be 8 raised to 0, 8 raised to 1, 8 raised to 2. Yes? Now, 8 raised to 0 is 8 raised to 1 is 8 raised to 2 is 64. Correct? Yes? So I have to multiply what is my actual number, what is inside in my number. So I will multiply 0 with 1. I will get 0. 0 with 8. I will again get 0. Finally, I will multiply 5 with 64. 5 into 64. It will give me 320. This is my answer. When I add all these three, I will get 320. So my answer is 320 in the, my answer is 320 in the number system. 320 in the decimal number system. Okay. All right. Let's do one more example. Okay. This time, let's say my number is This is my number in the octal number system. I want to convert this to decimal number system. So over here, I'm not writing the power raised to here. I'm just directly writing the numbers. So I will have 1, 8, 64, and which is the next one? 5, 1. Okay. So let's get the multiplications. 4 ones are 4, 3 eights are 24, then 2 into 64. 2 into 64 will give me 128, and 1 into 512 will give me 500. So if I add this, 18, 6, 6, 6, 8. The answer is 668. 668 in the decimal number system. We had done something similar in the binary also. The only difference was we used to take the base number as 2, and so we used to get 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. But over here the base number is 8, and so we will take the numbers as 1, 8, 64, 512, etc. Okay? All right, let's move further. Okay, so this is octal to decimal, as an octal number system has the base of 8. The positional values are computed in the terms of power of 8. So you have to convert 257 into decimal number. So the digits are 257. Positional numbers I've written 0, 1, 2. Positional values is 8 raised to 0, 8 raised to 1, 8 raised to 2. And then I'm just multiplying it and finally adding all of it together. Yes? Have you understood this? Okay, last class I had even given you all some questions to solve, and I had told you all I will give you all answers this class, but you will get the answers in the next class. Because of some technical problem, it's got cut in this video. So I will add the answers in the next class. Okay. Okay, so that brings us to the end of octal number system. Now we will learn hexadecimal number system. Hexadecimal means, hexa means 6, decimal 10, 10 plus 6 is 16. This number system has a base number of 16. Okay, hexadecimal numbers are also used for compact representation of binary numbers. It consists of 16 unique symbols. We use all the digits from 0 to 9. We also use the alphabet A to F. And this is also called as a base 16 system. In hexadecimal system, each alphanumeric digit is represented as a group of 4 binary digits because we use 4 bits. 2 raised to 4, which is equals to 16. The 4 bits are more than enough. They're sufficient to represent 16 alphanumeric symbols. Note here that the decimal numbers 10 to 15 are represented through the alphabets A to F. Some example numbers are given to you all. 1C3, 619B, these are all hexadecimal numbers. So you look at the number system, 0 to 9 remains the same, but the decimal number 10 is represented as B, and the decimal number 15 is represented with the alphabet F. So how will we write in this number system? Let's look at that. Today we will only learn the writing in this number system. So you all already know 1 to 9 I'm going to write just like everyone else, and then A will become my 10. You all already saw that, F becomes 15. So after 15, when I want to write 16, I will write it as 1, 0. So basically what happens is positional values, like all others, are very important. Here the positional values go as 1, then 16, and then it directly jumps to 256. 256. Yes. So 1, 16, and then 256. And the next one will be 4, 0, 9. Basically, this is 16 raised to 0, 16 raised to 1, 16 raised to 2, 16 raised to. Yes. So if I have to write the number 16, I'm going to write like that. If I have to write the number 32, I will write 2 times 16. No, nothing more. Yes? Is this clear? Okay, so why don't you all try writing up till 100? Up till 100 in hexadecimal value? Yes? Okay. So next class, we will continue from there. Today, I will also talk about what is the use of hexadecimal number system. So the main memory of our computer is made up of memory locations, and each location has a unique address. Now the size of the memory address is 16-bit or 32-bit. To get access to a 16-bit memory address, a programmer has to use 16 binary bits, which is very difficult to deal with. So to simplify the address representation, hexadecimal and octal numbers are used. Now let's consider a 16-bit memory address which is so long. If I use hexadecimal notation, this address is mapped to COF1, which is more easy to remember. So we use hexadecimal for compact representation of memory addresses. The equivalent octal representation for the same 16-bit value is 1406, 140361. Okay, so for compact representation of the memory address, they use hexadecimal or octal number system. Also to describe the colors on the web page. So for describing the colors on the web page, if you have ever used HTML and you've had to write the color in a hexadecimal value, you would know it. If you haven't, you will learn it. Each color in the computer system is made up of 3 primary colors: red, green, blue. Yes, the primary colors for computers is RGB, the same colors that you'll get in your printer. Okay, we don't use the primary colors that we use in daily life: red, yellow, blue. Here it is red, green, blue. Okay, so each color that you see on the computer screen is made up of 3 colors: red, green, blue, popularly called RGB. In most color maps, each color is usually chosen from a palette of 16 million colors. So 24 bits are required for representing each color having 3 components. 8 bits are for red, 8 bits are for green, and 8 bits are for blue. It is difficult to remember the 24-bit binary code. Therefore, color codes are written in hexadecimal format for compact representation. So 24-bit code for red is all ones, all zeros, and all zeros. So if you have to remember this, the easier way to remember is FF0000. This is easier to remember than remembering so many ones, so many zeros, so many zeros. Okay, so this is where I end today's class. These are the two reasons, these are the two places where hexadecimal number system is used. You all saw conversion of decimal to octal and octal to decimal. And you all saw hexadecimal number system and how to write numbers in it. Next class, we will do conversion of decimal to hexadecimal and reverse. And then we will discuss the answers that I gave you all in the previous session. I'm not giving you any numbers to practice in octal to decimal. Please feel free to do it yourself. I will give you the numbers next class. Okay. With this, I end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning.